All right, everybody. I think we are live. It's a little chilly in my basement. We ran out of heating fuel in the heater, so we got to go get that later tonight. So anyway, I got a space heater going. So if you hear the buzzing, that's what's that. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. I'm sorry I forgot my headphones to really listen in well, but oh well. All right. So without any further ado, let's just say the spill that we got to say tonight, and that is. All right. So. Sorry, my phone was on the chat there. So basically, this is Tuesday night gun chat. You ask questions, I give you my answers, and we all laugh about my answers, and that's that. And if you give a super chat, the the answer is worth less than what you paid for. So you get my answers. If you don't give a super chat, it's worth exactly what you paid for it, nothing. So anyway, that's what we do here. Don't forget to check out Arc Optics. All right. Sent out some stuff to review, and Natchez Shooter Supplies have sent out some stuff to review. So make sure you check out those places. And CMMG has sent some stuff to review. So make sure you go check them all out and tell them Alaskan Ballistics sent you. And yeah, it's going to be an awesome time. You put your questions in the chat, and I will answer them. First, we're going to start off with a little bit of good news. Senate bill, I think it was 129 or 229 for red flag laws has been defeated in the committee. It was defeated in the committee. And so, yeah, I think that is an awesome thing. So once again, for the 10th year in a row, we have defeated red flag laws, excuse me, in the Alaska state legislature. So picked up a SIG P365 last week. Excellent. I shot low most of my shots. Thinking about getting a Holosun. I already put a TLR 7 on it. We'll probably get a better holster. Hollow point recommendations. I'm going with 124 to 147 grain. Uh, uh, federal HST. Federal HST. That's been. I just did a. I've shot it. I have not edited it yet because it's going to be a lot of editing. I've shot the best 9mm cartridge, and yeah, so far, yeah, 124 X, excuse me, HST from plus P or non plus P, either one, 124 grain. That's what I would shoot for it during the summer. Of course, if you're carrying it up here in Alaska area, you always want to carry a magazine full of extreme penetrators or hardcast or something too. So I've been loading 410 buckshot for the NEF. Pretty fun. Need to smoke a coyote with one. Yeah. Man, across small food plots where shotgun's all you need. That's a lot of fun coyote hunting. I ain't gonna lie. Yep. And shooting low is not necessarily a hollow sun thing. That trigger is easy to shoot low with. It's easier to slide down the trigger and point the gun low. I've also noticed that on my Beretta APX. And I tend to shoot low because the gun's so small in my wife's G43X too. So is what it is. So what's up, Keith Gregory? All right, we're going to shout out the chat. So make sure you get your name in here and tell me everything that's going on with you. So Justin Perriman's here. Hunter Kirk is here. Marshall DeVue is here. Hadn't seen him in a while. Good to see you. Let's see. Hunter Kirk and I had 10mm fluffy 10mm Jeep guy. Oh, someone was telling me the other day, like I was telling him boat stands for another stands is an acronym that stands for bail out another 1,000 or bail out, bring out another 1,000. He was telling me, yeah, Jeep stands for just empty an extra pocket, something like that, same thing. So that's that. Jonathan is here. Good question, by the way. Hunter Kirk, Keith Gregory, Kent. Good evening, Kent. I hope you're doing well. So make sure you put your name in the chat so I can shout you out and so we can talk your questions. So my project lately has been trying to get the 300 Winchester Magnum to feed very well, or excuse me, to get it to be accurate. And so I finally found some loads that were sub MOA, barely, but they were sub MOA. They were literally 7/8 of an inch, give or take a little bit. But that's sub MOA. So I was looking at those and I'm like, well, cool. I've got the North Fork bullets to finally shoot well, and I've got the 165 grain TTSX to shoot well, which I'm happy Reloading Weatherby sent me another box. Thanks, Reloading Weatherby. He's like, I'm never going to use these things. So I'll use them now that it's shooting. This might have been below 7/8 of an inch, but just barely. So now that it's shooting well, if y'all hadn't seen those shorts, go check out those shorts. I'm going to stick to that 165 grain for caribou and the 180 grain North Fork for moose and bear. So is what it is. P65 365X to replace my first pistol, a Shield 2.09 millimeter. Can't beat the capacity upgrade. Yeah, there you go. What would you consider to be a proper break-in period for concealed carry? 300 rounds. A good pistol doesn't need a break-in period. If it's well manufactured, it doesn't need a break-in period. You need a break-in period to adjust to the pistol. So if it's a well-made pistol, it shouldn't need a break-in period. That's my stance. I know some of them that are really tight, like Wilson Combats and stuff like that. Nighthawks, the custom 1911s, you can't even rack the slide when they first come in. Yeah, those need a break-in period. But yeah, I would in general say that you don't need a break-in period for concealed carry type gun. That being said, you need the break-in period. You need the time on the trigger. You need to clean it first and then make sure that it does everything it's supposed to with the cleaning. So having said all that, I would consider a proper break-in period for you to be about 500 rounds. Yeah. 300 to 500, 300 being the minimum, 500 being right there in the middle, 700 to 800 being a maximum. Yeah. What's up, Philip Mullis? I hope you're having a good evening. Everyone from South Carolina. We got South Carolina in here, North Carolina in here. Man, we're just getting you East Coasters at 11:30 p.m., isn't it? Something like that right now. So, yeah, it's good to see. So, Reloading Weatherby also sent me these, and these were things that were like left over from what he tested, and I sent him things left over for my 338 from what he tested, from what I've tested. And so the Swift Sirocco 2. These are supposed to be a polymer tip, but they are supposed to be bonded. If I'm not mistaken, I think they're supposed to be bonded. Yep, it was right there on the box. Bonded. Yeah, there we go. These look pretty sharp. I ain't gonna lie. These look pretty sharp. So only 150 grain for 30 caliber. So we'll see what they do in 308 and 300 Winchester. So, all right. Make sure to run all of your mags a couple of times for your ADC. Yes, absolutely. All of your mags. That is great advice, Hunter Kirk. That might be the best thing you've ever put on my chat. No, I don't know about that. But yeah, that's great advice. So, yep. Chuck, 6.5 PRC for my next rifle, yay or nay? Currently have a 308, 300 rum, 9.3 by 62, and looking for something newer and different than the 6.5. And the 6.5 PRC has my attention of the 7 PRC and the 300 PRC. Yeah, you don't need a 300 PRC if you have a 300 rum, if the twist rate in your rum is good enough for those really heavy bullets. That's what's going to get you in a 300 PRC. Obviously, you're not going to get the velocity that the rum gets. The rum gets, more than the Weatherby in theory. Maybe 100 feet per second more than the Weatherby. So there is that. So yeah, 6.5 PRC is a great round. I've enjoyed it. The hardest thing about the 6.5 PRC is it takes Magnum powders, and you can't find Reloader 26. Reloader 26 in just about every single daggum video or manual I've seen is the fastest powder. You can get close with Magnum from Ramshot, and that's hard to find too, but not as hard to find as Reloader 26 as I have bought a pound of Magnum in the last couple of years, and I've not even seen Reloader 26 as well. So something to think about. But yeah, 6.5 PRC will kill anything in North America. I killed a big moose with a 6.5 by 284, which is, what, 100 to 150 feet per second less than the 6.5 PRC and 100 feet per second more than the 6.5 Creedmoor. So I killed a big moose with that last year. So a big bodied moose anyway. His antlers are not bad though. So yeah, I would definitely say go for that and enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. The one I had, I say had, I can still access it for the channel. The one I had, I gave to the guy who did my cameras for a long time. So kind of is what it is. So I will keep an eye out for Reloaded 26. Well, and then we'll discuss how to get it up here for me. I appreciate it. Yeah. if you got a line on Reloader 26, man, if you found Reloader 26 up here, somebody had like a jug from a couple of years ago in their basement, I bet you could get $150 a pound up here. I bet you might have to wait it a little bit, but I bet you could. I don't hunt with the 6.5 PRC. I hunt with my 6.5 by 284 Norma. And yes, I run 127 grain LRX. In my Lapua brass, it went about 30-40. In my Nosler brass, it went about 29-80. So that is my favorite. The LRX is my number one hunting bullet. If my gun likes it, I would prefer to shoot that than anything else. So, the TTSX would be right there underneath it. So there's that. And so kind of is what it is. What's up, Brutal Bob? How you doing? All right. Brad, how you doing, my friend? Alaska One Andy, thanks for the brass. Those groups I shot with the 300 Win Mag that are on my shorts. I used your brass. Thanks for the brass again. I appreciate it, brother. I went and spent the money on the Peterson brass, and it didn't do as good as yours, Alaska One Andy. Like I didn't get near as good of groups. So I was, I'm very happy. So yeah, I've heard about this. Suspending further production of Alliant powders due to shortage of nitrocellulose. Yep. So that's tough. I've got most of the ones I need, except for Reloader 26 and Reloader 17. No, we have to ship it via Carlisle, a importer exporter. But we'll figure it out. If you see Reloader 26 or 17, I got a line on some 17. Not a good one, but I got a line on them. So we'll see how that works. So change my 12.5 inch barrel to a 16 inch Silent scroll line. I'm going to build the 12.5 into a carry handle fixed post front sight post. Cool, man. Is that a 5.56 or 308 or what? That's kind of cool though. Reloading 338 Win Mag with a 225 grain bullet. What powder would you use, TAC or N550? I have no experience with N550. I didn't know TAC could be loaded in a 338 Win Mag with a 225 grain bullet. What particular bullet would you do? That makes a big difference too. So yeah, Marshall DeVue says use TAC. So I'll look it up here in the Barnes manual. There, Brad. Documents. Download 338. 338 Win Mag. Yeah, they don't have TAC listed in here, but you never know. Looks like Reloader 17 would be the one to get, or Hunter. Reloader 17 is probably more accurate, but again, there you go. They are soft point. Yeah, 5.56 AR. Okay, cool. Yeah. Whose loading manual are you looking in TAC for? That's kind of cool that you could do TAC. I would try some hybrid V100 gets really good accuracy, but I've heard the velocity is not that great. Looks like 67 grains of hybrid V100 would get you 2797. I think I tried it in the 250 grain LRX and it did not give me the velocity. I also tried it. I never made a video of it. I tried it in my 6.5 284. And it did pretty well velocity wise. It wasn't quite, it was within 50, 60 feet per second of the book, which isn't horrible. It did pretty well. I did it with 140 grain Hornady SSTs. I also got the tightest group that I've ever got while living in Alaska. I've only had one other group tighter, and that was 0.22 inches center hole to center hole. I mean, it was one ragged hole, that group. So get pretty good accuracy from hybrid V100, not great velocity necessarily. So now I have a reason to get MA55A1. Yeah, don't we all? Yeah, attack is a 308 powder. Ha ha ha. I learned something new. Yeah, there you go. I mean, there's some place. Yeah. Yeah, my Lee manual says N550. Go with that then. Yeah. Yeah. What's your opinion on ball powder versus extruded? I have both, but I hear some claiming ball powder is dirty and doesn't get a lot of velocities like Rotumbo or Varget. I don't have a chrono. First of all, correct that last statement. Get a chrono. Okay. I do my chrono on the channel so you can get an idea, but until you know what it gets out of your gun, why do you have a chrono? Like, that just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Why don't you have a chrono? Varget doesn't get a lot of good velocity according to the things. I don't have a problem with either one. If they get the velocity and the accuracy I want, I don't care about the dirtiness. That doesn't bother me. Clean my rifle every once in a while and then go sight it back in. So yeah, just I go off of group size totally 100%. I don't care what it is. I go off of group size. So like I think I just put Mag Pro in a 7mm PRC with a 150 grain bullet. Use the Hodgson manual. So kind of is what it is. Yeah, I did, but I never got an email from you. I still have the chronograph, and I might even have the sunshades. But, you might have to get the sunshades. I think I got part of them, and not like I don't think I have all the poles for the sunshade. But yeah, I've got two of them, actually, and you can use whichever one works. They don't work well in sunlight where the light is at the horizon. They just really don't work well. So the angle of it, and I'm up here where that angle is like half the afternoon, okay, all the way to 11 p.m. So yeah, kind of is what it is. Yeah. So, but yeah, I never got an email from you, Alaskan Ballistics at Gmail. I can't ship it out to you if I don't have your stuff. But yeah, you can have it. Tag me in the video. Okay, sorry. Yep, I never saw it, brother. Alaskan Ballistics at Gmail. What's your preference on grain size for 4570? Depends on what I'm doing with it. Obviously, if I'm whitetail hunting, I want 300 grain, which that's the only thing I've shot with a 4570 was a whitetail in Georgia. I had an old New England single shot. Wish I hadn't got rid of it. That gun was awesome. And I killed the biggest buck of my life, a 136 scoring inch BC, Boone and Crockett, 10 point, respectable buck anywhere you go, but not a great big one. But it is what it is. Kind of like my moose hunting. So, yep. Send me another one, brother, or contact me on Twitter X, or Instagram, or someplace like that. I went a 44 Magnum for a long time. I have pretty much decided on a Ruger Red Hawk 7.5 inch barrel. Really like how it's made. There you go, man. You have made a good decision. For now to finish answering this question. Sorry, I'm ADHD. For bear, I like the 430 grain, 420 grain, 405 grain stuff. That's hard cast and just punches plus P stuff. So for bear defense, that's what I would use. So is what I use. Okay. I'm using Rotumbo in my 7mm rim mag, getting about 30-10 with a 175 grain AccuBell long range with no pressure. What do you think about this combo performance? I think you should hunt anything in Alaska or North America with that. Save bison. Bison may not be my favorite. That may not be my favorite round, but yeah, I think you could do just fine with that combo right there. Combo and performance. Like, there's nothing you can't kill with that. You could kill a bison with it, obviously, but wouldn't be my first chance. The AccuBond long range does tend to shatter. I've been told by a lot of people it has not done so in my tests. So kind of is what it is. Yeah, the grizzly rounds, they haven't been that consistent for me, with the exception of 4570. So they're the 4570 Grizzly is the only one I've had that's been really consistent, and I don't trust them otherwise. Like I've seen 10 millimeters with primer pockets that were way too large. They were blowing the primer pockets out, and they were really hot, and they were jamming, and they had and whatever you want to do. And then I've seen 45 ACP just go all over the place. I don't really want to try grizzly ammo in any of my rifles when you're talking about that high pressure the rifles get over handguns. So kind of is what it is. But the one box I did try, and I think I have a video on the channel somewhere, where I was going to make a video and didn't. I can't remember which one it was. Let me check. Let's see. Um, there we go. Let's see here. Yeah, I do have a video on it. 13,000 views 4 years ago. They didn't monetize it, but yeah, somebody will find that and put it in the chat for me. One of you moderators, that would be great. Or I can put it in the chat. Hold on. So let's see. View channel live right now. There we go. And yeah, here's a video. I think that's the link to the video. Hopefully Grizzly will work out the kinks. Yeah, hopefully. There we go. Sent you a DM on Instagram. It's easier from my phone. Perfect. Perfect, man. Thanks, man. That way the Instagram algorithm can track us both when the feds come after us for owning guns in a few years. So I'm just kidding with you. But yeah, that's kind of the way it is. So yeah, Grizzly ammo. That was the exception, but I do have the 10 millimeter stuff and everything. So as well, I have the videos on those. So I think I just grabbed a box of it because it was cheap and I wanted to shoot some 4570, and I think it would do the job. And I also shot it in the little Wolf X0 video they sent me. So kind of is what it is. That's why I need the M55, M855A1. But thanks, I'll definitely tag you in the video. Appreciate it. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, the M855A1. The A1 is a nice bullet. I think I've got them going too fast. Like, I was watching Buffman Rain's Tacticon armament. Now he hit close to another hole, and those M855A1s penetrated through. But he wasn't going as fast as me. I was going over 3,600, and he had a 22-inch barrel, so he was going around 30. Or no, he had an 18-inch barrel or 19-inch barrel. He was going around 25, or no, excuse me, 35 with the 22 Creedmoor. Well, 18-inch barrel and 3,500 with the 22 Creedmoor. That's pretty good. I think that's going to really beat 22 250. So. My neighbors are currently shooting behind me. It's a little interesting in Kentucky currently. There you go. Yeah. Oh, you watched that video too? Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah, but it is what it is. All right. Hi from SoCal. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good powder is getting scarce. Talked to Arctic Ammo and it was slim last week. Yeah, it was. I've harvested one. Um, they're very hard to hunt if you're hunting off the road system. If you're getting flown out somewhere where you can see them easier in some big alpine valley, yeah, different story. But like, you can't hunt them when you see them during salmon season. You can only shoot them if they charge you. But yeah, How far was that tornado in Alaska from you? I don't know. Yeah, but I've harvested one. That's the rug you see in the background. It wasn't very big. It was a total about 5 feet, and it was an interior grizzly. He was about a 2 year old, but he was interested in me and kept sniffing and looking at me like this, and came from 320 yards to 88 yards, and that's when I said, "I'm not letting him get any closer. 88 yards is good enough." And I put a 338 down his throat. And I got up to him, and he was still breathing. Yeah, curled up so tight when he died. He looked like a small hedgehog. I mean, it was like ground shrinking was bad. Tornado in Alaska. That's the first I've heard about it. The tornado in Alaska, dude. First I've heard about it. Sorry, I'm going totally ADHD from comment to comment here. About 2 weeks ago, there was one. Never heard about it, so probably wasn't close to me. What do you think of M855A1 off gun broker? They say it's Lake City, and it does look like it in pics. I'd say buy the projectiles and hand load it yourself, but if you can get it, get it. Yeah. So, what's up, Christopher Abernathy? Long time no see. Sorry, I hadn't been doing the after hours reloading chats very much. So, kind of is what it is. But get here. So, yeah, it's definitely the first I've heard about it. So. Well, guys, get your comments and your questions in there. If the questions start to slow down, I'm gonna have to end the chat because I'm probably gonna have my kids come home from before pretty quick. All right, Lawrence County, Alaska. There is no such thing as Lawrence County. We don't have counties. We have bureaus. That's bad information. I'm gonna have to look this up now. 2 F0 tornadoes. So the lowest tornado you can get, 4 days apart in June 2004 near Bethel, and another one um, F0 on July 25th, 2005. Okay, here's one. Rare tornado spotted in Alaska's Chugach State Park, may be only the state's fifth on record. Chugach State Park is like literally up the mountainside from me if you get there. Yeah, but it's huge. Chugach State Park is like, I don't know, half the area of West Virginia, or bigger than Rhode Island. It's like huge or something like that. So, yeah. Um yeah, I mean, I can see that peak from where I used to live when I lived in Anchorage. Yeah, I got it now. Yeah. Chugach State Park. Yeah, there you go. Lawrence County. That's funny. Yeah, near Wolverine Peak. Yeah, there you go. What do you think on the 7mm PRC velocity issues on factory ammo versus published numbers? Um, I'm thinking they'll have to get that corrected, or the cartridge is going to fail. So that's the biggest thing I've got to say. And they're going to have to start. They said that they loaded it for accuracy, but I was getting 6 inches at 50 yards with a gun. You know, that Hornady Outfitter ammunition was just horrible. Um, kind of is what it is. If you could only pick one for handguns, flat nose or JHP, hard cast coated flat nose. That would be if I had to pick one. Yeah, not even close. I mean, because JHP can underpenetrate, and that's a bigger problem than overpenetrating. Just up the mountain from me. I still didn't hear about it. There you go. Yeah, you live on the hillside there in Anchorage, brother? Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to change the topic from reloading to tornadoes. I get it. No, I've been closer to tornadoes in Georgia, but yeah. Yeah, it was tiny though. It was a land spout, and occurs there when winds collide at the surface and make their own vortex as a thunderstorm passes overhead. Updrafts from the passing thunderstorm will pull this rotating vortex skyward and create a tornado-like appearance. Yeah, right at the bottom. There you go. 4570 in lever action thoughts. Yeah, I have one. It's right next to me, actually. All these guns I got around me, I can't show on the channel on the live stream. Thanks a lot, YouTube, for your anti-free speech. I've got one. I got a Henry right next to me. It works well. I get a Henry over I would get a Henry um, pretty. I would get a Henry before I got a Marlin these days, just because the Marlins are just outrageously priced. Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's right. Sorry, my 3-year-old yelled. Hi, buddy. I love you. I'm doing my chat. Yes, I'm a boy. Thank you for asking. My 3-year-old. I love him. Hi, Dada. Are you a boy? Yes, I am. Silly kiddos. They're not going to have gender identity issues. They know right now what they are. So, bullets caliber is like pickup brands. People get way emotional about it sometimes. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. I broke 522 and steadily growing. You mean number of subscribers? Yeah. Yeah, no, it was a joke, but yeah, it kind of is. Yeah, it's a really good age with kids. I love him to death. So now that they're home, I'm probably gonna end this early. How much of your carrying ammo would you shoot to make you feel comfortable that it would unquestionably work when you need it to? Probably 2 boxes. 2 boxes is fine. Uh, Doing some type of penetration test with meat or ballistics gel or both. Um, yeah, 2 boxes penetration test, accuracy, feeding. I would shoot 1 box with one mag, 1 box with another mag. Those are the 2 mags I would carry. Congratulations, man. Oh yeah, I've got plenty of videos with my Henry and some heavy loads. So, guys, have a great night. My kids are here, and I'm gonna go hug them because they got home late, and I'm gonna go hug them and give them some love. And I like you guys, but I love my kids. So, guys, God bless. Stay safe. Take care. Range practice. Godspeed. Good hunting. All that. Y'all have a good night now. Thanks, Kent.